everyone, it's Ayosia here. It's Wednesday the 22nd, I think, of May, and it's quite late in the evening. And I was just at my desk working on something, and I thought I'd turn the camera on. A, because I'm super excited to show you something that I've been working on, although I do need to tweak it. I don't know if you remember, well, if you watched a video, I can't even remember which one, and I was showing my sketchbook with some of my pen and ink drawings. Anyway, I for the last few weeks have been working on making these into a stamp set, which I just wouldn't have imagined, I don't know, even a month ago, but I just was thinking, and so I did some research and I found a company that makes stamps that you send off your designs, and then they make them into rubber stamps. And then it took a little bit of time for me to get the sizing right, and I had to get to grips with Photoshop and all of that kind of stuff. And anyway, I finally had a set of A5 pretty much set of stamps to send off, and then I ordered a couple of samples after they had manufactured, the thing, and was so excited to receive this in the post. So I've been playing with them, but the owl isn't. I'm pretty pleased with everything else. I mean, my stamping isn't great, so I put too much pressure on there, so it depends on the pressure. Anyway, I'm really pleased with all of them except the owl. And I think the problem was in my drawing, I had too many fine lines. So this is what it should look like, kind of, but it's is looking like this when you stamp it. So it's really, really dark because all the fine lines are being lost, like when you stamp it, it all blurs into, so it just looks like a blob. So I was thinking, I really don't want Mrs. Owl to look like that. So anyway, I contacted the company and they're really, really lovely. And they said that I could, because obviously they made the samples on the proviso that I would order a larger amount. So I asked if I could resubmit the design for Mrs. Owl. So that's what I'm doing this evening. I finally got, this was a couple of days ago, I've been emailing back and forth. And I finally got a little bit of time this evening, and I thought I would try and fix it. So I don't know, I just thought I'd let you into that process because it's all new for me and it might help somebody later on, I don't know, or it might just be interesting. And yeah, I just feel I guess I do feel super vulnerable about starting. This is something new for me, and I just feel better knowing that you're here with me. I know it seems strange. Yeah, anyway, it's not strange, but it probably sounds strange. So this is Mrs. Owl. I've been sketching out again because the problem was, I think this is the original drawing of the owl, and she was super big. And so, like when you submit your designs, they say you have to use a minimum of 0.3 millimeter pen, and which is fine on here, but then obviously when it's shrunk down into the design, these lines become much finer. So it's entirely my fault, because then the design I submitted, the lines were too fine. So I thought, well, I'll fix that by drawing the owl really small and then use the 0.3 millimeter pen, and hopefully that will be okay. So that's where I am now. So that's the new owl drawing. I've put much fewer lines, and I'm just going to go over it in pen. So I thought I'd turn the camera on and maybe chat. It's probably not a good idea because I don't actually multitask very well. So yeah, let's see. Let me see. Okay, I hope the lighting is good. I know that there's a glare from the lights over there because it's quite dark in this room. So I'm going to begin. I'm really nervous, but it doesn't matter. Let me just tell myself now that even if I get it wrong, I can just redraw it, can't I? So yeah, so that's, yeah, it's so exciting. Look at that. I never, yeah. Okay, I'm going to start, otherwise I'm going to procrastinate. So I'll put those to one side. I have the original drawing there, and I have this stamped image. Maybe that will help me as well know where I don't want any lines. So I'm going to begin. So 0.3, well, it says 0.3 minimum, but actually I don't want to go any thicker than that because it's such a small drawing. So here we go. Let's put that there. How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for the kind messages on my post yesterday. I got a beautiful happy mail from Marie at Journals at number 29, which cheered me up so much because you see, I can't talk and do this. Yeah, this is not going to work, is it? I've already messed that up. Yeah. I'll chat and then I'll speed up the online because I've already botched up the eye. So, I'll do the non crucial bits whilst I'm chatting. So, yeah, it was just so lovely that Marie sent me that journal because I had been feeling, I don't know, it was just the timing of it that was so heartening, and also because it was just such a lovely, lovely gift, such a lovely thing, thoughtful thing for her to do. We're going through some transition. We have to move, basically, and it's causing me an awful lot of anxiety because we've lived here for the last 9 years. I don't know if some of you may know, some of you may not. We live in an old library in central London, and my husband works here. And so we have had like tied housing, that comes with the job, which has been amazing, to be able to live in central London with the prices the way they are. And we've lived here for the last 9 years. And this is really hard to do, so fine. I can't go any finer than this, but I wish I could. I need like a 0.1 pen. So let's see, this might not work. But anyway, I'm on here now, so... yeah, so the building where we live is going to be having some major works done, and which of course means that we have to move. So, and then also it means actually that my husband's work is going to come to an end because the work is going on for quite a long time. So the library is going to be closed. So that, so it's just like home and job all at this, like a double whammy level of anxiety, even though I'm sure it'll be fine and we'll find somewhere, and etc, etc. It's just the change. I really don't like change, and I really love this area. So yeah, I've just been really anxious. But anyway, I think just receiving that journal just when I needed it, because it was a traveler's notebook insert, and I needed a new traveler's notebook insert. I literally was down to the last couple of pages of my old one. And then this beautiful bird journal arrived from Marie yesterday, and it just spoke to, the bits in my heart that were fretting about it's not going to be okay. We're not going to, we're not going to find somewhere on time. And I don't know, I just found it really comforting, the timing of the gift, like things come just when you need them, and they're unexpected, I couldn't have foreseen that at all. It was just, so yeah, it just really moved me actually. So that's what my video was about yesterday. Yeah, this is helping me actually, chatting to you guys, doing this, because I am actually a little nervous about it. Because once I resubmit my design, I'm not sure that I can change it again, because it will be quite tricky really to do that. So I'm really glad that you're here with me in this process. So yeah, life has felt a little uncertain and precarious, and I'm an introvert at the best of times, so I haven't really been on here making videos. I just haven't really felt up to it. I've found, I don't know, I just wanted to be quiet. I've been really super creative and still making things, and but because I always think, that I have to show my best self, which I know is absolutely not true. Everyone is just so super lovely, and you know, I just kind of feel that we're all in it together, you know, like on this creative journey. So it's actually better to be your authentic self rather than your best self, whatever that is anyway. So yeah, that's why I'm on here tonight. I just thought I would just chat to you. I don't know, what do you think? Do you think this is working? Could it work? Could it work as a stamp? I think it could. Well, let's keep going, and then it's probably quite boring for you to just watch me draw fine lines on a minuscule thing that you probably can't even see. I don't know if this is in frame. I hope I don't overdo it with the lines again. I'm going to try and be more definite with where I put the lines so that they don't clump together. So yeah, that's what's been going on here. My Daniela, my eldest daughter, has got her A-levels at the moment, so she's doing her exams. She's doing really well, bless her. She's been working really hard and just making decisions about the future with university, or you know, all those kind of things. So that is actually also another level of uncertainty, but that's exciting. So just gonna need to concentrate for a minute here. I'm actually working on some rose journals. A rose journal. Melinda's waited so long for her journal and has been super patient with me. So I've been working on that. I started working on that, and I've been painting lots of rose watercolors. So I'm glad that I have started painting again, because it always makes me very happy. Oh, you know, I'm not sure I like this very much. Well, let me keep going, because it's the only way I'm going to know, isn't it? So yeah, I've been busy doing roses, but today I had to, this evening I just thought, well, back to nature, because I need to fix this owl. The other thing is the beak was being lost in the other design. So look, you can't see the beak at all. So they said in this design to make sure that I don't have very many fine lines around the beak. So that's what I'm trying to do. I also have another reference here. These are actual watercolors which I scanned in, I don't know, I had on my computer and just printed them out in black and white, because I want to use that as a reference as well. That's another owl. That's actually a watercolor painting in black and white, so I've got that there as well to help me as a reference. But I'm really wanting to do much more definite lines with this design. Well, I hope that these stamps will come out well once they're all ready, and I can't wait to list them, you know, once they're all approved and manufactured. But I just wanted to let you in on the process, really, because that way I won't feel so vulnerable. Oh, that's going to look like a clump, isn't it? I won't feel so vulnerable when they're actually done, because you would have seen some of the process. It's been such a learning curve doing this, but it's been really good. I'm glad that I did it, because sometimes the only way you learn is by actually doing something and getting it wrong, which I did do several times on this process. And it's been a really good process for me as a perfectionist, because sometimes perfectionism stops me from doing anything at all. Because I go, well, I'm not very good at it, or I'm not perfect at it, so I don't want to do it. whereas it's actually good to do stuff and get it wrong, because that's the only way we learn, isn't it? Well, it's one of the ways, sorry, it's one of the ways to learn. I'm just used to shading things or making them a bit more sketchy, and it just feels weird to just have definite lines. I know I'm making the same mistake I did before, I just know it, but hopefully this will turn out a bit better. You can hear my daughters chatting away. They're supposed to be getting ready for bed. I'm going to have to go and chivvy them in a minute because Daniela's got an exam tomorrow. Yeah, I think this is where we're going to leave it. Whether or not I stick with this design, I don't know, but it was worth just coming on here anyway. If I have to redraw this out, and I suspect I will need to, at least you would have seen some of the process. And then when I finally get the stamps back and I'm doing like a showing of them, then I'll be able to tell you which design I did use. So I need to make myself stop, otherwise I'm just going to keep putting fine lines on here. Yes, that's the new Mrs. Owl for now. That's the original one, and this is the revised. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me this evening, and I shall see you soon. I'm going to be back very soon, actually, because I need to make lots of tags and bits and pieces for the Rose Journal that I'm working on, so I might film some of that process. So hopefully I'll see you again before the week is out. But in the meantime, take care and lots of love. Bye bye.